Hey everybody. While I got you on here, I wanted to take a second and talk about something I think is a little bit underrated. People don't really think about safety glasses. They just kind of go to work. And don't get me wrong, I'm no stranger to the Squinter Pros. You get in a cut and you're like, oh, where's my safety glasses? I've laid out some of the glasses that I use. I've used a lot of them. Starting with the most basic, we got the clears. I mean, you get them for free when you buy stuff. I always keep them and have them as spares if guys need them. Got a pair of Oakleys. These are nice. Heat Waves, they're nice. Pit Vipers, they're nice. They're all Z87 rated. Well, these two that I know of are Z87 rated. I'm not sure about those Oakleys. I've been finding that I really like the mesh glasses. I really like these deals. I got these at Bailey's. The cool thing about the mesh glasses is they don't fog up. There's no fogging, there's no sweat getting in your eye. I mean, these bugs are in the $30 range. They're awesome. As long as you don't wrap that strap around your helmet, you should be good to go. These are a little bit more low profile. I keep them on me. There's the name brand. I tore out the foam in the bottom because I was noticing that the sweat was getting in my eye. But once I tore that foam out of the bottom, it had somewhere to go. These things rock. They work great. They fit in your helmet just fine. I had better hopes for this deal. It just doesn't contour to my head right, so I'm not gonna be using these. Don't get me wrong. These glasses over here are cool, but they're always fogging up. You know, you can do all kinds of tips and tricks and spit in them or whatever, but I just, at the end of the day, don't have time for it. I'd rather have something like this on and not think about it. Yeah, you look dorky, but I mean, if you're doing tree work, maybe consider it. Delay. It's a mean looking grind. Just doing some bar maintenance here. Here's everything that was in the rails. That's why you should clean out the rails of your bar. It was all up in here. So that'll get gunked up and your saw won't run as good if you don't flip your bar and clean it out and get your oil hole or oil holes. Just ground a fresh chain and I'm going to be switching out to this on my 500. I noticed that switching out to an 8.2 sprocket helped, so I'm going to try that on my 661. Just going to take this sprocket off and put it back. All you got to do is take this clip off and it'll come out. There's the difference in the sprockets. So I just use this needle nose to come in here and just clamp it back on. Makes things easier. Throw this bar on. All right, the chain and bar is on. You do have to make a little bit of an adjustment on your tensioner to accommodate for the bigger sprocket. So I just did a nasty grind on the Symington, threw the bar and chain on, switched out the sprocket. Now I want to make sure my Rakers are good to go. So I've been enjoying using this Husky plate here. I don't know if you can kind of see the hard setting seems to hit right where I need it for some of the harder woods that I'm in. It's just, you know, the smallest thousandths can really make a difference in your Rakers. This one is a little high, so you know, I'll just give it a couple swipes, go on to the next one, and it just sits right in there. I mean, that one's good. 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 When I'm on a saw doing any kind of filing or anything, I like to be up on it. I can see the tooth. I'm close to the tooth. I can see angles. I mean, I can just get, I don't know how you could do, I don't know. I'm not everybody, but this is what I like to do personally. I like to be on top of the saw, looking at my work. So I was using the West Coast saw gauge, and it does seem to be on its highest setting, a little bit lower than the hard setting on this Husky plate. So yeah, that's just want to make sure they're all as similar as possible. None of them really needed it too bad, so works for me. I don't even know 600 people in real life. It boggles my mind, and I'm so appreciative of everybody who's stopped in to say hey and subscribed. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for spending your time here. If you find anything helpful here, that's awesome. I appreciate you. In the links and stuff, if you work in trees and you want more tree knowledge, the Let It Run Discord, that link is available in my link tree in those links. You got a haircut. How's that? How's that for a haircut? Grandpa's starting to say I look like a hippie. So tension on the chain is just right. All the rails are cleaned out. I mean, showing up to a job prepared and having a saw that's in order will give you a peace of mind, I think. When I show up and my stuff is, you know, chain's a little dull or it's not real clean, it's just different. Cool thing about chisel file is if you see a corner or something that you didn't like, you didn't get it all the way, there you go. It's right there. You're back in. Now that corner is money. To file your Rakers, it's good to have a flat file for that. I'm using this furred deal here. It's just a flat file. I think a box of 12 chisel files is over $200 now. So that's why I invested in the Symington. It's good to know how to hand file with the chisel files, but consider getting a flat file if you want to save some dough. I know some people will probably just do their Rakers with their regular chisel file. I don't think that's smart because I think those files wear out kind of quick. Maybe I'm hard on them, but I think they wear out a little fast. And I mean, you can use anything you want for a handle. I mean, this is just a hardware store file handle. I got a couple other different ones I'll show you if you got time for it. Probably shouldn't give all the secrets away in one video, but Ferd also makes these handles for your files. Here's one for a round file. I really like them. It's just real grippy and comfortable in the hand, and you can really get in there. I think this deal came from Ace Hardware. It's a Nicholson, and they're real easy. You just twist the ends on the bottom, but you don't need anything this fancy to file. You can put it on a stick of wood. It doesn't matter. Here's the grip for the chisel file. I like to be up on the work when I'm doing this, but now I'm grinding chain, so I won't be doing this as much. I'll still get on it, but I mean, this thing's ready to go. Oh, that's a spicy chain. I mean, just look at this thing, man. Little side beak action. I mean, look at it. Ooh, deadly. I think it's gonna do good. I think it's gonna be a good chain. Also on the 661 muffler, ripped out the insides. So I took out the baffle on this 661. You can get a little bit more power out of there. I don't know how much it'll help, but it should be good to go. Don't get me wrong, it's still a stock saw, but the muffler's open and the chain is sharp and the Rakers are good. Oh yeah. Shee. I bet people drive by when the garage door's open and think I play golf or something. She's ready to eat.